Awesome. I love that, Ben. And I think that really resonates. It really resonates with me for sure. And also with just, I feel like what I've seen happen at Journey, I've had so many conversations with people about their front row, and just having that focus. When the teaching team brought that focus as far as like what's important now, and then bringing up that front row card, and I know in my neighborhood, I feel like I've met more neighbors. I know I've had more conversations with neighbors around me this year than I ever have probably in my whole life as a person in any neighborhood. And just seeing the fact that we can have such an impact on helping people to see that God does love them, that God loves us. That's the purpose, for why we're here, for what we're doing, is to introduce Jesus to people in our front row. And that, I think that just comes back to the Great Commission. And this year, to me, has just been that's been such a focus of, and this is the verses right here, Matthew 28, 18 through 19, and just that. This is what Jesus calls us to do. He says to his disciples that he has all authority. No matter what's going on in the universe, Jesus has all authority always, in heaven and earth. And so go and make disciples. Go to your front row and tell them about Jesus. And I've seen people come to Jesus this year who were part of people's front row. I've seen people at church I never thought I would see at church. And it just comes to that, people being faithful to witness to people in their front row and tell them about who he is, and making those disciples, and just that's what it's about. And so I love that stripped down concept, Ben, because I think it's happened here. We've been forced to be stripped down as a church and to come back to what is the basics. And it's going to your front row and telling them about Jesus, those people around you. And I love that, and I think that totally captures the heart of what's been going on for me this year, and I think what's been going on for Journey. Just following through those verses. And when we do that, I mean, it's just a matter of, in order to be in a place, for me, in order to be in a place where I can continue to look at my front row and not just worry about what's going on in my life and not worry about, how do I make this thing work? It requires the ABC prayer, and that's admitting that it's not about, me. It's not about that my sin is really keeping me from seeing other people. Admitting that I am, without Jesus, I have no ability to witness to people, to be with God. But believing that Jesus came, he died, he rose again, so that I can be with God and I can share God with other people, and that's an amazing place. And that's the A, B, and then the C is to choose to follow, commit to following him, and commit and choose to share him with others. That's part of that C. It's admit, believe, and commit to have that be what my life is about. Have that be what every day is about, is bringing other people to the point where they too can admit, believe, and commit and follow Jesus, to have meaning in life, to have that. If everything's stripped away, what's left? It's God's love, and it's him. And so that is what's been, like, God's really made that clear for me this year, and I hope for you too.